Hi everyone, it's time for another Parishioner Spotlight. Today we're coming to you with a special COVID-19 edition. I'm Lydia Serrano and I'm in charge of digital ministry for our church. I am here with fellow parishioner Dr. Helen Fernandez, and as you can see, we are chatting remotely via Zoom. Now more than ever, it's important for us to keep in touch and up to date about what's going on in our parish. So Helen, tell us a little bit about yourself, your family, and your experiences at St. Francis de Sales.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Lydia, for the welcome, and hello to all the parishioners. And I miss you all. So I am, as Lydia said, Helen Fernandez, and I've been really happy to be at St. Francis for the last few years. I have a special connection because Neil Connolly, who was a Monsignor and had retired at St. Francis, is a family member. He's a cousin of my husband. And so we became really close to St. Francis, and as Neil needed more help medically, I got a little bit more involved and just grew to love your parish and drive in every Sunday from Queens, because it's so important, because I love the parish so much. And my son Javier, he's 10, and Rod, who's my husband, also obviously come to the parish, and Javier is doing his classes for First Communion. And we've been involved, in doing a couple of things, rehabbing the baby room, even though Javier is not a baby, he's 10. But he was excited to be involved with that. We've done, been involved in terms of putting the homeless bags together. So different ways that we give back, I hope, to the parish, because you've been so good to us.
Helen, you not only give back to our parish, I know you give back to your community. You're a doctor at Mount Sinai, and I know you've been working throughout the last few weeks as a first responder. How has that been for you?
So I would have to say this has been one of the challenging time of my career. I've been in the community at Mount Sinai for 21 years, this June 26th, so a good amount of time. And I have a lot of my patients in East Harlem. I'm fluent in Spanish, and love this community. But I've seen a lot of distress in this community in the last 12 weeks, that we've been dealing with seriously ill people with chronic diseases that develop COVID-19, those who are older. I've been on the front lines in the emergency room, trying to help with symptom management, help with discussions of values, trying to help with communicating with families when they couldn't be in the room. And as a provider of care, working closely with all our team members to provide the best care. And I've been challenged because, one, the volume has been extraordinary, much more than I think this has been harder than even residency and internship.
Wow.
Which speaks a lot, because that's usually pretty hard. But I have to say that we're coming together. I've never seen it, both on the community side as well as within the hospital. I've never seen this just such an amazing, I knew it was there, but I think this crisis has pushed us even closer together to work together. So yes, I've been tired. Yes, I've been working a lot. Javi, my son, says, "It's okay, Mom, because they need you now. I always have you. And I know you'll always be there for me, Mom. But now your patients and your work family needs you a whole lot more. So that's okay." So I really am happy that he recognizes that too.
He's a great kid.
Yeah, thank you.
So you're working through a very difficult time. I know you were sick for a while as well.
Yes.
But I also heard that you spearheaded a very interesting project at your hospital. tell us about that and how your faith led you to want to do this.
So one of the critical aspects of the work I do, I work in geriatrics and in palliative care. And so with older adults and those with serious and chronic illness is, and even those who are not in the middle age, that this crisis pushed us because we were trying to protect the community, protect loved ones. Patients were separated from their family. Patients who may sometimes have some memory issues, patients who are not, who have limited English proficiency. And I was really wanting to help connect them, because especially patients who may have some cognitive issues like dementia, they even get more scared. And even if you don't, just being sick and not being surrounded by people you love is even scarier. So started thinking about how can we use technology to help us. And what first started as, this phone to just, do a little bit of FaceTime with the family member and offer them an opportunity to talk to their loved one, spearheaded into, are there other ways besides this little phone of mine? And then we started thinking maybe iPads. So I put out a call out on Facebook and I said, send me old iPads, that we can take in, we'll clean them up, we'll set them up, and we'll have them available at bedsides, in the emergency room. And that it was just friends, and then friends of a friends that started sending iPads, and the new ones, old ones. They had points on Apple they weren't using, and gift cards, and they started sending iPads, and then that evolved into other physicians asking other friends, and we got a huge donation. And so this initiative, which was a small kind of initiative that I first asked of families to try to help me, balloon throughout the whole, I was receiving iPads from all parts of the country. And we would then use these devices to allow families to see their loved ones. You saw the patient brighten up as soon as they saw a familiar face. It allowed us to be in the room, hold the hand of a patient with one hand, and in the other hand, hold the device to provide that second comfort that otherwise would have been lost. We even got stands to then be able to set up the iPad, so it wouldn't even have to have us in the room the full time, and they could have more time together. And so we set it up we developed special Zoom accounts, and then they could watch their family member talk to them for as long as they wanted. So I never realized that you just need to ask, right? And people want to help. And sometimes I think through this crisis, people were really feeling like, how can I help? I'm not considered one of the essential workers. Everybody in this crisis is essential. Everybody plays a part because we cannot do this alone. Whether it be the person that is preparing the food, whether it be the person that is cleaning the subway car, whether it be the people that are quarantining at home but have an extra iPad, not using it, or any other tablet, and sending it to me. You're really making a difference. You're really contributing. You're part of the team. And I would say that everybody is essential.
Wow, amazing. I want to let everybody know that we at St. Francis have a very similar project going on right now. We're also asking for iPads, computers, laptops, because our Grupo Hispano leadership has been meeting via Zoom throughout all this. And we realized that tech is such an important way for us to connect, but not everybody is at the same level. So in order for that group to be able to move forward, we need to get them all on the same page, technologically speaking. So that has kind of now grown to, we want to be able to provide digital assets to anybody in the parish who doesn't have access to it, because there's so much content that we're putting out, like this, like Father Phil's Sunday Masses, so many, you know, posts on our webpage and on social media with access to resources and, you know, inspiration. So if anybody out there has access to old technology that they want to go to a good cause, give us a call, send us an email. We'll be happy to take it, because if there's one of the many things that this pandemic has shown us is that we can stay connected throughout all of this, and that everyone deserves to stay connected and be together. So Helen, thank you so much. It's parishioners like you that make our community what it is. I remind everyone that there are so many ways to live Jesus on 96th Street, whether it's signing up to give online or participating in one of our many active online ministries and events. We want this to be your parish home. So thank you, Helen, and I can't wait to see you in person.
I can't wait as well. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk to you and our parishioners. And I can't wait to see everybody again, whether it be on Zoom or in person. I know that together we're going to get through all of this. And I really, really draw from the family, my 9 a.m. family Sunday group that really have shepherded me through these 12 weeks, and feel the love and the home that you all give me. Thank you.
We'll be together soon.
Yes, bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.